Right guys, hope you're all doing well, hope you're all keeping safe. So I thought today I'd do a vendor reset, but this is for Cassie, the gun runner. There's no state of the game today, so I thought I'd do this instead, or I may even just do this every week. It depends what you guys want. If this is something you want to see weekly alongside my vendor resets from yesterday, then I'll continue to do it. But the fact that there's no state of the game and I wanted to put out some content for you guys, I thought this would be a good way of doing that. I do have other things to talk about. I will be talking about rainbow rolls within TU11, how they're shaping up. And I'm not sure if that video will come later today, or it'll probably come tomorrow at this point, with Friday looking at more PTS stuff. So with that said, let's get into Cassie. Just briefly before we do. Today mine is here. I know it changes for every single person. What I normally do is go to 1040, then I run up to where the gun runner is, and this time it's here. So just in case you're unsure, if this is the first time you're watching this video, then normally you go to 1040, run to the spot. I can't remember exactly where it is. It's over here. What you normally do is you run up this road here, you come around this corner, and he's just kind of in this place around here, and this is where it is. So we're going to run over there and see what Cassie has for us today. Alright, so we're just running up to Cassie now. I think this is, I can't remember exactly how to get to this one. Let's try figure it out. But I think it's over here somewhere. I think there's probably a door that we have to go through. Is it this door here? I think it is this door, isn't it? And then, yeah, here she is. So I haven't been to Cassie for a while. So let's see what she has this week. Normally I turn up and there's, for whatever reason, the clock's all messed up. But this time we've got some stuff. So we've got the Tabula Rosa, or Rasa, which is the named item. I believe there is also another named item here, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure if it varies between what you do and don't have. I don't think that's the case, because I have Chainkiller. But we got the, this is the LMG, the L86, I believe. It's got perfectly steady-handed. I believe I've got one of these, and I think I've got one at max roll, so I don't need this. It's got LMG damage to targets that have cover at 9%, and then optimal range. It's not a great roll on this, and you know, this isn't the greatest weapon, but if you do need this named item, it is here for you to come and get. We've got Chainkiller, which has Perfect Headhunter. Now, Chainkiller is a great piece of gear. Perfect Headhunter is a great piece of gear. It's much better on PC than console, just because hitting headshots on console is way harder than on PC, at least for me, from what I've been able to test. But if you are able to hit headshots consistently, then Perfect Headhunter is a great talent. This particular roll isn't overly great because you're probably going to want to roll away hazard protection, and that means that your weapon damage is going to be not maximum. But if you did want hazard protection on there, you could roll weapon damage to the highest amount. It does have weapon handling, which again I probably wouldn't have. Here I'd probably want to have headshot damage, because you're going to want to run this with a sniper, and probably crit damage, and then you've got an offensive mod slot. But this, so you know, like I said, this named piece of item, it is good, but this isn't the best roll. We've then got the hardwired backpack. For any of you guys out there, a fairly low roll on the health there. Tip of the spear chest with weapon damage, repair skills, and then the red mod slot. Foundry Bulwark gloves with armor and crit chance. I'm not sure. Do I need these? And the reason I say that is because obviously I'm still, I say I'm still, but I've still got these to work on. Do I need to use the gloves? So let me just have a quick look here. No, I don't think I need the gloves. It says that's the gauntlets, isn't it? No, I've already got these. But if you need them towards completing that project, then they're here for you. It's not a bad roll on armor. It's still 15,000 off what the maximum is, and it's got crit chance. True Patriot knees with armor regen and armor, which, you know, isn't too bad, although yeah, it's not the greatest. We've also got the Negotiator's Dilemma holster, weapon damage and crit chance. This isn't a bad roll, actually, at all. I believe the highest you can get crit chance here is 6%, so it's not too far off, and it's got weapon damage. You could obviously roll weapon damage to the highest that you want and go from there. We got the Eclipse Protocol mask with crit damage at 10.5%. It's got a utility mod slot as well. Yeah, if you need that, it's there for you guys. You've got a Negev here with LMG damage, damage to targets out of cover, and headshot damage. Not the greatest rolls because it's also got ignited as a talent, which again isn't the greatest, really. So yeah, not the best one here. SOCOM M1A with max rolled crit damage and damage to targets out of cover. This isn't a bad roll at all. Actually, I like the SOCOM M1A a lot. Fast hands probably works better with something like an SMG or maybe even assault rifle. Not so much with rifles, to be honest. But it's not bad with rifles, especially if you're going for like a crit rifle build. So you could get max roll rifle damage. You've got crit damage on there already. You've got damage to targets out of cover, which is great. This isn't a bad SOCOM M1A, to be honest. Alp Summit with max rolled skill damage on there. It's got health as well, but you could roll that away for whatever you want. And it's got skill. It's also got skilled as well. Skill kills have a 25% chance to reset skill cooldowns. So this is actually a nice piece. This isn't a bad piece at all. This is probably worth picking up, to be honest, guys. If you're after, you know, an Alps Summit piece on the chest, I guess the only thing bad about this is that you're going to need more than you're going to need at least 2 pieces for this to become effective in a skill damage build. And I think there's probably another way of doing it that way. You don't even need Alps at all. I know my skill damage build doesn't have Alps on it, probably because the first piece is only repair skills, so it doesn't add a lot to damage, but it's there if you need it. We've got Providence Defense holster with armor regen, crit damage, and weapon damage. This isn't a bad piece. Armor regen isn't that great in this. You'd much rather see crit chance there than armor regen, and then you could max roll that weapon damage up to 15%, and then that would be a good piece. You'd have a full red piece there. But unfortunately it doesn't. But if you do need, you know, a Providence holster, this isn't a bad piece to get at all. 7.7% headshot damage mod. And then we got the +1 max target. So probably the best pickups this week is maybe this Alps Summit piece. Possibly the SOCOM M1A is pretty good as well. And then obviously the named items. You've got Chainkiller, which, you know, is good. It's a very good named item. The rolls on it aren't great. Weapon handling you wouldn't really want on there. Hazard protection, not really on a full DPS build. So, you know, in many ways you're not going to get a lot of value out of this, but and the weapon damage is, you know, only 12.5%. But if you do want to try out Perfect Headhunter, and because if you think about it, the amount of damage you actually get from Perfect Headhunter, if you're hitting those headshots, outweighs, you know, using another piece of gear that maybe does have the right attributes or core attribute you need at max rolls. So actually, this still could be better than what you currently have, especially when you consider that one piece gives you 5% weapon damage. But that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and until the next episode, Epic out.